I finished LeBron Inc. The Making of a $1 Billion Athlete last week by Brian Windhorst. I'm putting a bookmark to cover up the library sticker. It's a book I borrowed. It's a really good book. I'm going to go over it real quick. Let me flip it. The first chapter, I gotta do this quickly, is like the template for LeBron's business mentality, the power of saying that. And this kind of is like the blueprint for how he built up his career in terms of how he handled his shoe deal with Reebok and Nike and Adidas making offers. And he chose a lower deal with Nike because he believed in that brand, and that followed his ethos in terms of working with people who he believed in. And then it goes into like working with his childhood friends, Maverick Carden, what the other guy's names, Rich Paul, and this other guy with the last name of Mims that he didn't go into too much, but they called themselves Four Horsemen. They made a lot of mistakes when they first started out, LRMR, but they ended up transitioning. It ended up becoming a production company when they did the documentary More Than a Game, and then that's how it went to Spring Hill Productions, which turned to entertainment, and now this year Spring Hill Company. And yeah, LeBron had a lot of connections, obviously due to his talent and his fame, and they made a lot of great deals for him. They did first his first agent Eric Goodwin got him a lot of good deals, and then when he and his friends who became professional did LMRM something, I forgot the. What is it? LRMR? LMRM. Oh my goodness, what the heck is it called? LMRM or L? What is this LR? Hold up, I'm gonna find the initials. LRMR? Come on. LRMR. I don't know what I was saying, marketing. So they were trying to get into like, agents. They were trying to be agents. Didn't nobody want to work with them. So they had to pivot. So this chapter's called Failing Up. I think it should have been called Failing Forward. Because they weren't really failing up. They were definitely failing forward. Which is not the same, because I felt like they didn't move up. They just were just going in terms of like linear time progress, not economic progress in terms of what they were truly envisioning at the time. But it really pivoted to a great thing, like the More Than Game documentary. And then he has some really top-notch connections that hooked him up with all sorts of cool deals. And I like that he had lifetime deals with a couple of major multinationals like Coca-Cola, and obviously Nike, and his Beats deal and stuff. These are things that I've been seeing in McDonald's and whatnot. And then, they talked about his transition to Miami, how that affected his business, the decision and whatnot. And then the vocal part, which is what I've had the pleasure to witness since I've seen him debut in 03 in the NBA. Yeah, this is how Spring Hill came about. I loved Spring Hill, and of course, I promised how he became more engaged as a philanthropist and a humanitarian and giving back to his hometown. And the chapter he's currently on, LA, where he's really expanding, and it's just been really good to see his media and company grow, and just him becoming a great investor with his Fenway Sports Group deal, and the Blaze piece and all that. So he went from endorser to investor to owner, and this is just a really nice in-depth look at how LeBron went from being more than a basketball player and became a powerful force in terms of setting a great example for other NBA players and athletes of how to set your career up after your sports days are over, your professional sports days are over. And it's just Brian Windhorst really went in depth. I think he could have made some things a little bit more clear. I wish he had went into Rich Paul more because I really love what Rich Paul's doing. But either way, this is a great book about, like, you know, ups and downs, the pitfalls, and just how much he's grown. LeBron has grown as a businessman. He's like, he went to like the next level with LA, but he's still going up and up. So, yeah, I like this book, so I recommend it.